Hey everyone, I'm back. I'm Samantha and I'm a therapist and I'm creating video every day for a year. This is video 313. Thanks so much for listening or watching or both. And I remembered my mic today. I almost forgot it, but I had to put a note on the back of my light that says mic. So I'll remember because I don't know what has been going on. I'm just forgetting. I think I've got a lot going on. There's a lot of tabs open in the head right now. So today is day 7 of Countdown to Riches, 21 Days of Wealth Attracting Habits by Rhonda Byrne. Get this little book if you are interested. It's pretty cool. Day 7 is, and you will receive. And the quote is, to start us off, the laws of life will continue perpetually to give to those who have placed themselves in the receiving attitude. Christian Larson, an author. So you've got to place yourself in the receiving attitude, right? The receiving mode, as Esther Hicks calls it. We've got to be in the receiving mode. Now, how do you get in that receiving mode? Well, let's see what this chapter says, and let's see if this helps us out a little bit with that question. Receive is the third and final step of the creation process. Ask, believe, receive, obviously. This step is all about being on the feeling good frequency. Because how do you want to feel when you receive something you really want? Because how do you feel when you receive something you really want? See, I don't edit. You feel amazing, right? Well, that good feeling is actually an energetic frequency that you are on. And on the feeling good frequency is absolutely everything that makes you feel good, including everything you want to manifest. As long as you maintain feeling good, every circumstance and event in your day will continue to make you feel good, which of course includes manifestations of things you want. It doesn't matter how you felt yesterday or earlier in the day. This is key. What matters is how you feel right now. All of your power is now because you are attracting based on your current frequency. And your current frequency is always determined by how you're feeling in this moment. This is the reason why happy, optimistic people always have everything go their way and seem to get all the lucky breaks in life. It's actually not luck. It's the consistently happy, feel-good frequency they're on that is drawing all the good things to them. It's also the reason why unhappy and pessimistic people seem to constantly suffer from difficulties and challenges. Universal law will always match your experience to your frequency. So when you feel good, in addition to having an awesome day, the gates of the universe are wide open for you to receive everything you've asked for. If you wake up on any day and find that for whatever reason you're struggling to feel good, or you're just not feeling as good as you would like to at any point in the day, or your mood changes because of a negative thought, then draw from the following list of mood shifters to help you get back to feeling as good as possible as quickly as possible. Noticing when we're feeling down and helping ourselves to feel better is such an important part of living a rich and happy life. Because the shortcut to anything you want is to be and feel happy now. When you're happy, you're on the receiving frequency. Plus, when you're happy, you can only think positive thoughts of what you want, which means you will receive even more things you want, including more money. And it says, feel happy now in big letters. If you want to see it, here it is. Feel happy now. Feel happy now. Even when we don't have what we want, right? We feel happy now. We practice the feeling of that. So she calls them mood shifters. I just love these. These are so great. I won't read all of them. I'll just read a handful of them, but call a friend or loved one who makes you laugh or feel good. Take a 5-minute walk in nature if possible. Call the most positive and up person you know. Watch your favorite comedian or a funny clip on YouTube. Listen to your favorite piece of music. Move or dance. Make yourself a hot drink and take a few minutes to enjoy it outside if possible. Take a relaxing hot bath or shower. Watch your favorite feel good or funny movie. I love doing that. That's one of my favorite things to do is laugh. So I pop on Seinfeld. That used to be my go-to. Seinfeld was it in my 20s when I was like really down, and teens, really down, watch some Seinfeld. Now it's more like South Park. South Park came out, I think I was like 14 or 15 when South Park came out, I think, back in the day. And it is still hilarious to me. And you cannot, it's so stupidly funny and genius. All at the same, it's everything. It's all emotions you're going to feel watching South Park. And something about it just gets me completely out of my head. I forget anything's going on, and it just cracks me up. It tickles me so much I can't even explain it. So that's my go-to. And then now she says watch The Secret documentary, by the way. Now that Bashar said to watch The Secret every day for a year, I believe it was. I think he said watch it every day. I think so, for like a year. Or maybe I just put that on The Secret since I decided to do the videos for a year. I can't remember if it was me or if Bashar said that, but Bashar said to watch it every day and watch what happens to your life. So I was doing that for a while, and then I kind of like stopped. I don't know why. I think I got bored with it or something. I think it actually made me feel bored because I like knew exactly what people were going to say next. So So I just kind of like got off of it for a while. But that is one of the best. I mean, I love that documentary. Like, I don't know, a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't. If it's not your cup of tea, you don't need to watch it, but it's kind of cool. I like it. It gets me to, remember some of these principles that we might forget. So yeah, this is the practice for today. There may be times in your life when no matter what you do, you can't seem to feel much better. During those times, just be okay with how you're feeling. So always honor your feelings, in other words. Never put yourself down just because you feel down. You're not going backwards ever. You're always learning something and evolving. So sometimes we feel down and that's okay. And just cry it out. Cry it out, laugh it out, punch it out. Don't punch people, but punch a pillow, whatever they say to do. Like punch something, punch the air. I like to do Tai Bo. You can punch the air a lot when you do Tai Bo. It's really fun. And kicking as well. And just like, I don't know, just do something that gets your energy out of your body. You know how like ducks will shake their wings. We need to shake. Like as humans, we need to shake that energy out. Shake It Off, Taylor Swift, there's a reason for that song. Like that's a great song, by the way, to just like shake to. So there's a lot of purpose in shaking. And that'll be something, I'll get into some of these things later. I'm just prefacing some of these as foreshadowing. We'll talk about these things in the future because I'm getting more and more into what I really want to be talking about every day. It just gets better and better. But I want to incorporate our bodies more into some of this stuff eventually. So, and get into our hearts more. But anyway, keep getting off track. Be okay with how you're feeling. Don't resist the feeling or push it away, and it will gradually dissolve. If you notice it return, once again, just allow the feeling to be there without resisting it, and again, it will dissolve. Although simple, this is actually a very powerful and advanced practice for mastering your emotional state. So that is day 7. And again, I like this one because this one changes your state, like really well, deliberately. So if you deliberately decide like, hey, I'm not feeling so good, not feeling so hot right now. Here's another one, write down 10 things you're grateful for. Like that's a great one too. And then watch a funny movie. That stuff it distracts you for a second, gets you feeling good, changes your state, but always ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Like what got me here? Know what got you there. Because what happens is we get into this chronic state of not feeling so good. And then it happens all the time. And that's something I learned. I saw patterns in people ever since I was little. I just noticed people's moods. Probably because I lived in an unsafe home with a lot of mood shifting going on. So I learned to pick up on these patterns, and I noticed that so many people were just up and then they're down, and then they're up and then they're down like a roller coaster. And I don't like that. I've never liked that. I like to be like baseline, feeling good. And so I was like, how am I going to do that? And I was roller coastery too for a long time. And then now I feel so much at peace most of the time. I'm not going to say all the time because I'm human and I'm a woman. And we have, extra stuff going on. So we are very emotional. Not that men aren't emotional too. I want you guys to be more emotional as well. I really do. I want to help you guys if you need help with that. I really like to see men open their hearts. That'd be a great goal this year. If you're a man and you can't open your heart, let's work on that this year. I'll help you do that. And, but yeah, I think that, that got me off track, of course. And this is unedited. So I don't even know where I was going with that. But yeah, we can change our state at any moment. Just remember, like, however you're feeling, honor it. I had some clients today that there's some crisis going on with one of them, and we just worked on, feeling safe within your body and opening up your heart, getting centered, doing some deliberate self-care, like going out for a walk, saying, hey, I'm not feeling good today. I've got to change something, doing something about it, instead of just, feeling powerless and just sitting there. You actually tell yourself, no, I can do something about this. I'm capable of doing something and changing this. And so that was another session I had talking about feeling capable. Like they didn't feel very capable of, tackling a to-do list. And so I'm like, well, let's make a to-don't list too. Like what are the things that you don't need to be doing anymore? Like berating yourself for not getting the to-do list done. Because there's always going to be a to-do list that is just like, once you complete one, there's going to be more. And so you just live presently. And so we talked about living presently in the moment. So that's another thing to remember, is that these mood shifters in this practice today will get you to feel more present. And that's really all we want. We want to actually be living, not just like half living And I have a habit of this too, just like I'm sure a lot of you do, where you got this list of stuff you're doing today and you're like knocking things out and you're forgetting to breathe. You're forgetting that you're living, you're alive, and you're in your present moment. And you're just thinking about the next task and the next task. And then by the time the night comes, you're like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. And here we are. And so I try really hard every day to remember that I'm in my now and I need to like be present in my body, in my now, and tell myself, hey, you're alive. This is your life happening right now. Every moment is your life. And there's nothing more important than being in this now moment right now, because everything is happening right now. And when you remember that, then whenever you're feeling bad, let's say, just honor it and say, yeah, I feel bad right now. And just like for me, I used to be like so scared of feeling bad because I felt bad for so long off and on. And I was so just dysregulated in certain situations. And I had to really learn to be okay with being alone in those feelings too, because I didn't like to be alone and have to deal with the feelings. But I had to really throughout the years learn how to just be inside myself and be okay with that. I was stripped of everything I thought I needed and wanted to feel good, and I had to learn to create it from within. And so that's why I love to talk about this, because I know it's possible since I did it. If one person can do it, that means you can do it. That's cliche that, oh, well, if I can do it, you can do it. That's so cliche when people say that. But it is true. When one person can do it, there is the possibility, of course, that you can do it too. And it's not just a possibility, it is a truth. If one person can do something, so can you. But even if nobody's ever done anything, that doesn't mean that you can't. So keep that in mind too. And so we talked a lot about being capable, because I had a belief, I think a few years ago, that I wasn't capable. And I was like, why would I even think that? That's not true at all. And, you trace it back to other times when this little thing happened when you were, 6 years old and you were playing kickball and you didn't score a goal, or it could be anything. I mean, it's so crazy how our little brains attach meaning to things that have no basis in today's life. And this is what's keeping you from your money and your relationship and everything that you want. This is that stuff that really like moves us towards what we're wanting and moves us into that parallel reality where it already exists. Remember that. This is a lot easier than we make it out to be. And so if you just remember to talk to yourself really nicely too, do the best you can for you to become the best you can be, so that you can be the best partner, daughter, friend, boss, whatever your role is, mother, whatever your role is. You got to treat yourself the best you possibly can. And treating yourself nicely. This book is great. This is part of your self-care. Like, these practices can be part of your self-care routine. When we get done with the 21 days, we're already a third done. When we get done with the 21 days, look back at all the videos and be like, okay, which ones do I like the most? Maybe I only like one thing out of 21. That's perfect. Take that, run with it, and teach your kids, teach your friends, just whatever works best for you, use it. And because that's what resonates most with you, that means it's going to help you the most and create the most for you. It's going to get you, to move. And I also, again, want to keep everything simple. Like I said on here, when I'm talking, I want your life to be as simple as possible. We don't need to overload ourselves with techniques. We need to actually subtract a lot of things. But whatever you love to do, if you love to do 10 things, do those 10 things. Some people might love to do 2 things. Do 2 things. Whatever works for you, do it. You become your own evidence. You are you're the experiment. You're your own experiment. You get to decide what works. It doesn't matter what studies show and all that. I love to talk about studies, which I might bring some of those into these videos. I love learning about studies, but like, be your own study. I'm going to do my own study. I already did my own study before, but I want to do a bigger one. So, and I might need your all's help with that. So in the future, but I want to do my own, and I want to be my own, and every day I'm my own. So you kind of gather your own data of, hey, I'm going to try this and see how this feels. And then, I didn't really like that. That was kind of boring, or I just don't feel like I can do that every day. That's cool. You don't have to. Give yourself grace. And then if you might outgrow one of these things and you might want to try something else, or you might want to get a different book than this, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is just feel good in the now moment. That is your only job, to feel good, just to feel good. Because then when you feel good and you're relaxed, your brain can think more clearly, because we shut down different parts of our brain when we're in fight or flight and we're stressed. So when you regulate yourself internally, you just create a new frequency inside and outside your body, a new electromagnetic field. I need some water. I forgot to bring my drink over here. I said I was going to do that a few videos back. But anyway, my mouth gets so dry. I don't know why. I'm so hydrated during the day, but during the videos, it just starts to go. So, but anyway, your only job is to feel good. And when you feel good, you radiate that out to others in your life, and they feel it too. And so you're actually helping the world by just feeling good. So yeah, I could go on and on. You know, I'm going to ramble. This is a ramble video. Remember, you are so capable of anything you want to do or be or have. You can do it. You can become it, decide who you want to be, and start acting like that person. You can do this. And it's Easter. We're going to resurrect a new self. We're not the old self. The old self is dead. We're going to resurrect a new version of ourselves this Easter and have fun doing it. Have fun deciding, who do I want to be? What are the ways that I want to act? The ways that I want to, behave, the thoughts I want to think. What are the beliefs that this person would have? And then act like that person and watch what happens, because you'll start to feel so much better when you start to change up what you're thinking about dominantly every day. And you start to inject those like really good feeling thoughts versus the programmed ones. And so just like decide that, hey, I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. I want to feel better. And the only way I'm going to do that is if I start thinking differently. I've got to change the way I think. If you want something to change, you got to change. You got to change. Nothing to change but self. Nothing and no one to change but self. When you change internally, your external world will shift and change as well. And that is what is so fun. And I can't even tell you, so many things have been happening, shifting in my life. So let me know below. Comment, let me know if anything is shifting in your life. I'd love to hear what has been going on and if you've seen any changes, or if you like a certain practice, let me know. Or if you came up with your own practice, let me know. Let me know what you guys are working on. I'd love to hear about it, because I love talking with like-minded people. I don't have that many in my real life. So I love, like I said yesterday, I don't have that many that are like-minded, And so I love to connect with people who love this stuff too, like as much as I do. So anyway, remember, you're so loved, and pass that on to somebody who needs to hear it. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to. I'd love to have you here with us. And remember to appreciate yourself, because what you appreciate appreciates. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.